first thing to say is that what we've really seen is just that we're in a moment of very, very rapid political change. I just said this on the last panel, but even when you look at something like Emmanuel Macron, that is in some ways positive, but it shows a complete pulverization of the old French political system. And it's very difficult to think of any election in the last couple of years which looked like a normal election, which would have looked familiar to people in those political systems 10 or 15 years ago. And so we are seeing, and that I think comes from real reasons, that people are unhappy with their politics, that people are dissatisfied with where the countries are going, that they're very worried about the future.
To interrupt there, yeah, so would you include the Obama-Romney election in the, I mean, to me that seemed like a normal election, and that was only 4+ years ago.
Yeah, so I think you're right that was a normal election. For if you look at some of the primaries that were leading up to it, those looked pretty, certainly on the Republican side, they looked pretty topsy-turvy and crazy as well, and it so happened that somehow the most sort of cookie-cutter Republican candidate ended up winning the nomination, but that could easily have gone another way, as we've now learned. And so I think the first thing to say is we are in an era of political change, and most of us haven't lived through that. For the last decades, we weren't in eras of political change in North America and Western Europe. Now, that doesn't mean that the bad guys always win. Sometimes the good guys win. Sometimes Macron wins. But it certainly means that the bad guys can win. And so I don't think we can write off what happened in Brexit, and we certainly cannot write off what happened with Donald Trump. I mean, this is the sort of election that should not be possible. It should not be possible for a candidate like Donald Trump, with his extent of open disavowal of basic democratic norms, threatening to jail his political opponents, saying that he might not accept the outcome of the election, let alone all of the things about international relations, calling to doubt the country's most vital alliances. It should not be possible for him to win. And we live in a different world where it is possible that he wins.